Elements. Everything in the universe is made of elements. Today, we are focusing on a certain element. Today, we're going to learn about silicon. The important element of silicon, element 14, was discovered in 1823 by John Jacob Berzelius. It is a metalloid, meaning it is a good conductor, and has 14 protons and 14 neutrons. In order to find its atomic mass, we must add up the protons and the neutrons. 14 plus 14 is 28. And as silicon-28 is the most common isotope of silicon, silicon has an atomic mass of 28.0855. Silicon-28 has 14 electrons and 3 electron shells, with 4 valence electrons on the outside shell. Silicon is a nonmetal in the carbon family. We can also check its valence electrons because the carbon family is 1, 2, 3, 4 across, proving that it has 4 valence electrons. We can check the number of electron shells as 1, 2, 3, and silicon. Silicon is a solid at room temperature and is averagely reactive, but when it reacts, it becomes silicon oxide. Silicon oxide is a covalent bond between silicon and 2 oxygen atoms. The valence electrons are shared between the silicon and the oxygen, and silicon oxide is formed. But what exactly is silicon dioxide? Sand. Silicon dioxide is mostly sand. Silicon and its many combinations form up the majority of Earth's rocks and minerals. Silicon makes up roughly 28% of Earth's crust, exceeded only by oxygen. It is, in fact, the 8th most abundant element in the universe. In fact, stars burn silicon in the last phase of their life, and is found in asteroids called silicoids. Silicon is the main building block of quartz, sand, rock, crystal, amethyst, agate, flint, jasper, and opal, among other rocks, or silicates, the name of these rocks. Silicon can even be found in living things. Silicon is important in diatoms, a form of algae. Diatoms use silicon to build stronger cell walls in order to keep them from dying. However, silicon's most important and famous use isn't any of this. Now, it's no secret that elements have a use in the modern world. What most people don't know is that silicon is the reason there is a modern world. Do you remember before when I mentioned that silicons were good conductors? Well, that's helped it become the most widely used element in the technology world. In the early 1900s, people discovered that silicon, when used with a good conductor such as copper, could form a semiconductor, which was invaluable in the use of computers. Since then, computers have birthed the modern world, and it's all thanks to silicon and the chips used to make the computers what they are. Silicon-driven computers have many other uses in the modern world, from communication towers to spaceships to GPS devices. Curse you, Apple Maps! From guiding giant machines to playing the radio in a little car. There is no way we can downplay silicon's importance in our world. It runs our computers, lets us Google things, and also runs the giant death robot.